Last time we added Avengers Tower and the X-Mansion to this upper level and considered making this whole area a superhero themed district. But after giving it some more thought, I've decided to expand the theme to include other pop culture references. Starting on the right hand side, we've got the Muppet Jazz Club, which we looked at last time. In front of that is a Market Street scene inspired by the Market Street modular set. It spills out onto the street with a road running through the gate. Probably not for cars, but more of an electric scooter, bike lane thing. On the road, we've got a pizza delivery guy on a Vespa who's been distracted by the pea costume girl. There's also someone riding a small rental e-scooter, and a lady riding a bike with an Ewok in the back. She's looking a little bit precarious as they've just gone over the speed bumps. At the market itself, we've got a gorilla buying bananas, maybe Gorilla Grodd if we ignore the zipper on his back. Poison Ivy's picking some flowers, so the carrot costume guy will be chatting to Bugs Bunny once it arrives, and Speedy Gonzales is picking up some cheese. We've also got the evil queen from Snow White buying a delicious looking red apple, which I hope she doesn't have anything nefarious planned for. As promised, I've lit up the Avengers Tower using the light kit from Brixmax. It was one of the more straightforward installs, to be honest, and I think the result's pretty clean. The wires are really well hidden from this angle at least. I've also put the Quinjet mid-takeoff landing at the top, which does expose a wire, but I can live with that. Back at street level, I've positioned the Leviathan that came with the Avengers Tower set, and nearby is Captain America's bike. I like to think this isn't just parked, but it's part of the Captain America Museum exhibit that's advertised in the Sanctum Sanctorum set. Moving along, the construction site scenes spilled out into the road, and that's because a major multiverse battle is going on between various Spider-Men and villains. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. On the crane, I've recreated that famous lunch atop a skyscraper photograph with some construction workers taking their break. Back at street level, the road transitions into cobblestones, leading through the wall where Hagrid and Harry are walking. I've also added Hooper's store from the Sesame Street set on the corner and tucked in Ari's Deli from an old Spider-Man Junior set. X-Mansion sits above all this, and in the last video I mentioned a small Simpsons reference, Homer disappearing into a hedge. That makes a lot more sense now because below the X-Mansion is the Quickie Mart. I've removed the roof to fit it into the retaining wall, which is something I've done in other layouts since I love the set but I don't really have space for it on its own. On the left-hand wall, I've placed the main Sesame Street building, pretty much as is, to cover up that section of the wall. That brings us to the square in the middle, and I've included the newsstand here from FO, swapping out some newspaper prints to add more pop culture references. And here it is all together, and doesn't it look great? I still have plans to build a facade or two behind the Jazz Club and Avengers Tower, and I'll need to add lights to the left hand side at some point, but for now we can call this upper level done. Next time we'll be setting up the lower level where we'll be adding even more pop culture references, including the Daily Bugle, Ghostbusters Firehouse, The Office and much more. Stay tuned for that, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.